All right, there we go. Had a little mess up there. Something was going on with my tablet. Anyway, what's going on, guys? How's it going? How's it going? We're gonna do a live feed on this one. I know nobody's in here right now, but I'm just gonna jump right into it anyway because I have always wondered and thought about this. I even thought about doing something like this in my own, just like, what if we did this? What if you did that? Kind of deal. Just little stories. And then this was actually posted by CDO Life yesterday. DOT inspector admits to fraud um, using sensitive info to secretly help his own trucking company. I've never seen a DOT inspector actually have his own trucking company. I didn't even think that was allowed. And I guess if they are using it for fraud, then I don't know. I mean, it's America. They're allowed to get cops are allowed to get away with anything. Murder, they could go on week vacation, investigations while they're under investigation, whether they're guilty or not, and they get paid. Cops get away with a lot of stuff. DOT inspectors get away with a lot of stuff. What's going on, Sean? Now, I'm not gonna get in here, bashing police officers and whatnot, but I do have my grievance with certain cops because I've been with good cops, I've been with bad cops, but this obviously DOT inspector was a bad cop, bad inspector. But yeah, DOT inspector admits to fraud using sensitive info to secretly help his own trucking company. This will be coming off CDO Life. It's actually posted yesterday, and I was going to make an actual video, edited video on all this, but I was like, yeah, maybe we'll just talk about it live because you know they're held at a higher standard than us. As they're the ones inspecting us all the time. They're the ones that they give us the tickets, and they're the ones that say what's right or wrong. And I always believe that there is good cops and there's bad cops. I ain't no bootlicker, but I believe that the bad cops aren't ever really caught because when they do get caught, their own enforcement investigates them, and then that also puts it at um, yeah, buddy. But that also puts it as like a conflict of interest because they have pretty much friends investigating friends. The police officers, DOT officers, they're all like a brotherhood of themselves, so they're always looking at different things of themselves. Um, so pretty much says a New York State Department of Transportation motor carrier inspector has pled guilty after he was accused of workers' compensation fraud, along with using his access to sensitive driver information to gain a competitive advantage for his own trucking company that he was operating on the side. This guy was basically started his own company, but all while using that extra edge to look in the background of other companies. And it kind of bugs me in a way because I just had an inspection in New York, and they falsified their inspection on me. They gave me a false inspection. The guy said my ABS light was on and it wasn't. All right, I got back to the yard. My bosses were kind of pissed off. I think they're gonna fight it, but the DOTs, man, the most DOT officers, in my opinion, might be good, but there are corrupt ones. And if you're a bootlicker, then you're not going to like this video because I'm going to say some shit right now. I don't trust any cop at all. I know you're supposed to call them if there's something wrong, but I don't. Why put your trust in somebody or give them respect when sometimes they don't give you respect? It's kind of like you have to give respect to get respect. Anyway, it goes on October 10th. Nicolio Mormile, I don't know what kind of name that is, age 39, pled guilty to a charge of attempted false filing of an instrument in Suffolk County District Court, according to the New York State Office of Inspector General. Um, Honestly, I'm kind of glad this one was caught. I wish more DOT were caught when they actually did something wrong, but it doesn't happen. It rarely ever happens. What do you do though? You gotta let them kind of take control of your life, take control of you, and let them get away with stuff. But anyway, it says investigators say that Mormile began engaging in a series of illegal and improper practices. That's what most of them do. While operating as a motor carrier investigator for New York State Department of Transportation starting July of 2016. In July of 2016, Mormile reportedly claimed that he fell at work and falsely said that he was unable to work due to an injury. Between July 2016 and 2017, he collected $28,580 in workman compensation benefits. So this dude wasn't making enough, I guess, being a. Hey, thanks, Charles. Doesn't surprise me. Another New York crooked cops. I agree, Charles. And thank you. I hope you have an awesome weekend as well, buddy. Thanks for coming in. My mouth was getting dry. Um, Now, you guys are probably wondering why I have kind of like an issue with police. And it's not that I have an issue with police. They do have a job to do, and we do need them. But I'll give you a perfect example. When I moved here to Neosho, I parked my truck right in front of my yard, in my own property. There was no state. There was no truck route. There was no. It wasn't impeding in traffic. It wasn't blocking the stop signs. It was perfectly legal under the statute. Police came and gave me a ticket. All right, and of course it was just a parking ticket, but I fought it. I fought that ticket. I won. But that's the kind of corrupt shit. And they only did that because they don't like my mom who lives right next door to me. That's what the police do. If they don't like you, they will find ways to harass you, to come after you. Um, so if you fight your ticket every time, they don't like that. They police do not like it when you fight your tickets at all. Especially when you waste this was their quote when I went to court for this was I wasted their time fighting this ticket. But screw them. So it says while collecting those benefits, the inspector general says that Mormile was secretly, somebody texted me and made my phone fall. Anyway, it says he was secretly running a private trucking company, CNC Trucking, with a vehicle that repeatedly had violations during DOT inspections. He earned more than $125,000 from this clandestine business during the year he claimed he could not work. That's corruption at its finest. That is straight up corruption at its finest. Not only did he get the workman comps benefits, but this guy is being a DOT officer and running the trucking company. Tell you what, I don't know if I would work with a DOT officer when it comes to trucking. Like if I went to a company and it was run by an ex DOT officer, maybe. I mean, because if you think about it, they know the laws. They will probably keep up with the equipment. They know the fines, the rules, regulations. But to work for a current DOT officer, probably not. I don't think that would happen. Especially one as corrupt as this piece of shit. Anyway, during this time, let's see, he did that, blah blah blah. We already did all that. Yeah, so Mormile, yeah, so he could not work. During this time through March 2018, Mormile illegally accessed driver vehicle examination reports with sensitive information from state and federal databases and provided it to a private trucking consultant who used the information to gain a competitive advantage over other trucking companies. Mormile and the consultant later married. He married this consultant that he was giving the information to. This is like the bit. This is some corruption stuff for sure, and I've never seen anything like this, to be honest. I think I was talking to Mike the other day. I don't know. I was talking to somebody about like the good old days of trucking, where if a cop pulls you over, oh no, I was talking to I think of Daryl. I was talking to somebody. It was Daryl. That's who it was. But they're talking about how like in the good old days of trucking, some cops they were pretty cool about certain things, and they'd help you run to get somewhere from point A to point B faster, or if they had nothing else to do, or if they wanted to give you a ticket, you just pay it right there, or kind of bribe them not to really give you a ticket. Like that was back in the day, just little stuff that you see in the movies. Some shit like that actually happened, but today it's a lot harder, and when you see corruption like this, it's kind of interesting, to be honest. But anyway, he said Mormile was suspended from his job as a DOT motor carrier inspector in December 2018. Thank goodness. More or less DOT officers. No, I'm just kidding. We do need them. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. They have a job to do, because there are some bad trucking companies out there that cannot keep up with their equipment. All right, so we do need people to keep them on the toes, but we do not need the bad people. And if in a way, I kind of wish that in like today's police departments would actually kind of use this as an example of getting rid of firing bad police officers, firing bad DOT officers. Instead of giving them a paid vacation and letting them get away with murder when it was clearly murder, and unless it's justified, like if the cop was defending themselves, because I've seen stuff like that where they had to suspend them until the investigation was over and the cop was clearly in the right. I've seen stories like that, but I've also seen straight up murder, killing unarmed men while they're running away. Not cool, but they get away with it. Um, it says this investigator, who we trusted to ensure vehicles are safer for New York daily use, instead engaged in multiple levels of fraud and deceit, said Inspector General Letizia Tagliafiero. Excuse me if I'm saying that wrong. He claimed the injury and began collecting workers' compensation benefits and then abused the system by operating his own unsafe trucking company and accessing sensitive information to gain competitive edge. New Yorkers have no tolerance for such illegal conduct, and now he will pay the consequences for his repeated wrongs. Mormile was ordered to pay the full restitution of $28,580 and to resign from state service. He is due back in court December 18th, 2019. So what's going to happen, though, with this guy? So this guy obviously can't work as a cop, DOT inspector, wherever, but he can easily get a CDL and get back in there, right? I mean, and he can still run his business. What's going to happen with his business? If he once he has that information, he can easily print it off and keep that information. So it's just one of those things in the trucking industry that just really needs to be looked into, because there's really no, like, who's the boss of the DOT officers. When you go into an inspection station and you get an inspection, and for a fact, like you know for a fact you're going to pass that inspection. It's like nothing's wrong in your truck, and somehow that one corrupt cop, that one corrupt DOT officer wants to make your life live in hell by making up some stupid shit, finding stupid shit that's not even wrong with the truck, and still write you up. And then they give you that paper, and then you have to go fight it in court. And it's a pain in the ass. It's a hassle. It's not right. It's not right that officers are allowed to get away with this stuff. This officer, we are lucky, got caught and was put away. We're lucky, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't. He's not able to continue with his trucking operations. He's just got fired as a DOT officer. Hopefully, he goes to prison. One less cop off the road. One less bad cop. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. One less bad cop. Bad DOT officers. Because like I said, there's good DOT officers out there, and they do have a job to do, and I feel like they do need to be held at a standard. But you need to call it the bullshit. You need to call it the corruption. All right. When there's corruption, you gotta call it out. You can't let them get away with that shit. But anyway, I just want to share that story with you guys. If you guys have anything you want to say, comment, whatever, or if you guys have any stories yourself of any corruption that you've dealt with. You guys heard my stories. I've dealt with corrupt cops before. That's why I'm very. Let's just say I'm not. Now it went from me being respectful to police officers to, you got to earn my respect before I give you respect. And I know I'm gonna have some people kind of get at me about that, but I just don't take no shit, man. I got freedom of speech and I have my right to my own opinion. If I know I'm in the wrong, I'll admit to it. But when I know I'm right about something, I'll take the court. I ain't gonna fight them and go to jail over it, but I will take it to court and I will fight it in court because that's my right. And then if I see the officer again, you best believe I give him the middle finger, But yeah, one corrupt cop down. Hopefully we get many more in the future. So I want to thank y'all for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button down below. Hit the bell icon for every time I upload and go live. I'm going to go watch a movie. It's cold. Fall is here. So peace out, guys.